For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to another Ultimate Team video here on the Chesnoy Gaming channel. Of course, as you can see, it's FUT Champions time. It's Monday, of course, so I'll be showing you my wins from the opening 20 games today, and then the second half of the weekend will be shown in Wednesday's episode, and then, of course, on Friday we'll have the rewards, etc., etc. But this is the team that I started off with, as normally tends to be the case with my weekend. I chop and change quite a bit throughout, so we're starting with man of the match Sergio Ramos there at centre-back and Ronaldo there on the left-hand side of midfield. This is basically the same side that I showed you in the rewards video last week, although, like I say, that man of the match, Ramos, and the Ronaldo are the only two changes from that team. Coming into this first game, as you can see, a hybrid of sorts with Premier League players and some La Liga players and some Bundesliga players there on the left-hand side as well, including Neuer in goal, Boateng and Alaba in the back line. Every time I see that SBC Wanfran, I hate myself for not actually doing that SBC. I would love that card. If only Wanfran could get an inform in real life, that would be absolutely brilliant. We went 1-0 up there through Gareth Bale, but Willian pulls it back to 1-1. A lot of people mention when I post my general updates or ragey stuff on Twitter over the course of weekends, why I play the majority of my games at home, if not all of my games at home. And the main reason, more than anything else, is that it just makes it easier when editing to pick out goals. Of course, when I score a goal, the audio peak with regards to the crowd noise is a lot more noticeable than it is in away games. So it quite simply just makes it easier to pick up the goals and makes editing a lot quicker. But we won that game by 3-1, heading into the next one against a Serie A/Premier League side. That man of the match, Mane, on the right-hand side, obviously an extremely good card. Not his best card now, thanks to the next inform he got, but still a very strong side there. De Gea and Smalling at the back. Not the best of defending from him here, passing it straight to Luis Suarez, back to Casemiro, into Gareth Bale. And this is probably one of the best goals I scored all weekend, to be fair. Gareth Bale with an absolute whip into that far top corner. Bale was one of the players that probably played the best for me throughout the weekend, to be completely honest. Michael Owen, as you can see, back in the lineup now. I previously had Antoine Griezmann up top and just wasn't getting on with him, so I brought back Michael Owen from last week. So obviously I got on quite well with Michael Owen. He scored on average a goal a game for me, or at least was involved in a goal a game, whether that be goals or assists. And over the course of the weekend again, he pretty much held up that record for me this week as well. So I was very, very pleased with the decision to bring back Michael Owen. It definitely helped me out. But this guy playing Mane as well, the same man of the match, Mane up in that right forward position. Look, Remy here, I was quite happy to let him have the ball there, and then she just popped out that finesse there in the 96th minute. We're into extra time, the first game of actually quite a few that went to extra time this weekend. I'm making a conscious effort not to mention what my overall win count was. That's a lovely through ball and finish there from Owen to Suarez. Suarez was currently being used in that camera, but I did actually make another change a little bit later on and put Suarez on the bench to use him as an impact player. We'll address that as and when that actually happens. But Gareth Bale scores there to give me my fourth penalty, and then a good save from Buffon there to make sure that we won the game on pens. I was pleased to have gotten the win in the penalty shootout because it was a pretty one-sided game against Millsy as far as I can recall. And, well, not necessarily that one-sided, but 6 shots to his 3, 4 on target for me to his 1, which is, of course, the one he scored with Loic Remy. So we're disappointed not to have won that game outright. But such was my issue throughout the weekend, to be fair. I actually, like I say, I'm making a conscious effort not to mention in these videos, or at least in these early stages of these videos until we get to the end of Wednesday's episode, how many wins I got overall for the weekend. A few people made the point that they actually found it frustrating that I mentioned straight off the bat how I did for the weekend in the opening few stages, which meant that it didn't really mean that you wanted to watch the rest of the video. But as you can see, coming into this one, a Premier League side, he picked up an injury there with Lallana in the opening stages, but Michael Owen, I don't know what it is. Something about small, fast strikers that have great finishing really seems to suit me. Dribbling is key for me as well. I like players that are good with the ball at their feet. That's why I got on so well with Sergio Aguero last week as well. Fast, deadly in front of goal, and obviously good with his feet too. Luis Suarez slots in a second there in the 19th minute. Then he was going to pull one back here. For some reason, I always struggle against a Gabriel Jesus. You see Peter Schmeichel I've got in goal here now, rather than... actually, no, did I have Peter Schmeichel in goal before? I can't remember, actually. Well, regardless, I've got Peter Schmeichel in goal now. I think even before Peter Schmeichel came in, I trialled Edwin van der Sar, but didn't really get on too well with him. Getting myself a third one there, though, through Michael Owen before the end of the game to ensure that we got all... I was going to say all 3 points. Wow. There's the career mode in me coming out. But, yeah, another game coming up here against a hybrid. But it's one thing, you notice there, the overall team rating is 82. And this isn't actually the worst example of it by any means, actually. But I came up against a lot of people that bronze benched. And for some reason, I don't know whether... I mean... I don't want to throw any sort of accusations around, but I don't know whether overall rating actually affects how a team plays. I don't suppose it does, but I mean, again, it might just be my mind playing tricks on me, but at times it feels like, because even though a team will have like 87, 88 rated players in it, because it's bronze bench and it has an overall rating of like 79 to 81, feels like it makes my team play worse. Again, that might purely be the psychological, but I don't know, I always find it frustrating to come up against someone that's bronze bench. And like I came up against someone that had like Ronaldo, Suarez and Messi in his front three, and his overall team rating was like 81. And the rest of his team was like full of players that were like 84, 5 and 6 as well. I don't know, it just annoys me. It's just one of those pet peeves, I suppose. He gave the ball back to me here with Carrasco, and then Owen with a great turn, and then finished right into the top corner to give us a 3-2 lead here after being 2-0 down, key to point out as well, through two good finishes from Douglas Costa. Actually, no, was it one from Douglas Costa and one from Slimani, actually? It may have been two from Douglas Costa. I distinctly remember him sweating me. I can't remember which way around it was, Slimani to Costa or Costa to Slimani. But we were able to get a 4-2 win. This is how the team looks now, as you can see there. And actually, I made another couple of changes a little bit later on. But Peter Schmeichel in goal with team of the group stage, Godin there at centre-back. Brought back in Yannick Carrasco. Second in form, Yannick Ferreira Carrasco on the left-hand side. Ronaldo just wasn't doing it for me for some reason. I mean, obviously, I'm playing him at left mid, so it was perhaps a bit of a waste to have been playing him in that position, but this is the formation I feel I do best with, so I stick with the 4-2-3-1. Second variation, of course, with the left and right mids rather than the three central attacking midfielders. But, yeah, I just think, oh, Ronaldo. I don't know why. I don't think I really ever have in FIFA, to be completely honest. I've always preferred to play with Messi. Nice finish here by Isco. He came in at cam. Don't know whether I mentioned that in the previous bit. I don't think I did, actually. He was the player that was playing now ahead of Luis Suarez in that cam role. So Suarez was dropped to the bench and used as an impact player. I think it was actually perhaps Suarez that played that ball in there to Owen in the first place. But Sterling finishes it off here with a 3-0 win. Oh, with a 3-0 scoreline. Subsequently, a 3-0 win. I did actually build a second team as well with the money that I raised from selling Ronaldo, basically. You can see this guy here. This is what a team rating like that should look like. Neymar, Suarez, Messi, Iniesta, two team of the years, two really good legends as well. Although Vita Bayer, I wasn't too sure about him in goal for this guy, but it was a really strong side, very, very strong side, and I was pretty nervous going into it, to be fair. And my defending to start things off really wasn't that good whatsoever. 1-0 down through Luis Suarez to start things off, but Isco here into Owen, play the 1-2, and actually this is a very good finish by Isco. No, it's not. This isn't the goal I was thinking of. Never mind, I pulled it back, and that was a simple finish for Isco this time around. Isco is actually very, very good for me in that cam roll. He's got 76 pace, which isn't the best, but 87 shot, 90 passing and 91 dribbling. So I put an engine chem style on. This is where my defending was just, I don't know what I was doing. I can't, there are no excuses. It just was absolutely ludicrous. But I put an engine chemistry style on Isco, so his pace is up slightly, as are his dribbling and his passing. And his ball control was just out of this world. This is a really nice finish by Owen, actually. Drilled low into that bottom corner to get us back on level terms here at 2-1. And then, as you can see, we're on the attack. Good footwork here from my Luis Suarez, actually. This time around, came on at cam for Isco. Into Toni Kroos, through there to Michael Owen. A little bit lucky with how he took his first touch, but tucks it home nicely. And that gave me the 3-2 lead and subsequently the 3-2 win. Like I say, Isco, decent player. Played 27 games for me, all told, in Weekend League this weekend. Scored 8 and got 14 assists. So in 27... he was involved in 22 goals, which is okay. It's pretty tasty for a player in a cam role in a 4-2-3-1, which isn't necessarily that heavy a goal-scoring sort of formation. But like I say, it's the one that I feel most comfortable with. most comfortable with. It's one that I always seem to do my best with. That from Peter Schmeichel was completely unacceptable. No idea how that was able to get through there. This was the goal from Isco that I was thinking about a moment ago, with a really nice finish into that far top corner. That 87 shooting coming very much in handy there. Carrasco into Isco, through to Michael Owen. Drill that hard and low is the opposite of what I did in that situation. I drilled it hard and high into the top left-hand corner. You score so many goals in similar situations, it's kind of hard to keep track at times, isn't it? Nice ball across here. Slightly disappointed that Sergio Ramos didn't get anything on that, and Angolan was able to squeeze it home, and that the keeper didn't do anything with it. Dybala here drills it through Schmeichel. Again, really pissed off at Peter Schmeichel for doing that. So that was where the change in goalkeeper came again for this team. Lovely finish by Gareth Bale, though, picking out that bottom corner in the 85th minute to well, bring me back into it. But then Mo Salah puts it straight through Peter Schmeichel to go 4-3 just a couple of minutes after that. And then a couple of minutes after that, we went up the other end and we were able to make it 4-4. I thought I'd lost it twice, but we were able to pull it back twice. Lovely through ball there to I can't quite see who it was. Eden Hazard, I think. Player of the month, Eden Hazard. And then Suarez tucks it home in extra time to give us a 5-4 win. That was a pretty mental game. See, coming up into the next one, it's actually a 4-3-2-1, which seems to be the most popular formation that you come up against a lot in Ultimate Team. I might have to give it a go, but whenever I have, I've just really struggled. I like to have my wingers kind of back and in support of the midfield, rather than as a very much forward front three and having three strikers on the pitch. I find that with my style of play, the fact that I play like the little tiki-taka passing style with a lot of different, a lot of short passing, basically, a lot of extended build-up. I need those extra bodies in midfield. You can see here I'm playing with a team that I haven't shown you yet. I think I do show you it in a couple of games' time. Diego Costa putting the header into the top corner there to give us a 2-1 lead after being 1-0 down. Hadji squaring this across to Player of the Month Hazard. Lovely first touch, actually, in behind, and tucks it underneath the goalkeeper to make it 3-1 just before half-time. As we headed into the second half, Kante trying to shoot there, gets a little bit lucky, square that back. Sterling makes it 4-1. And I think he went AFK after that. You can tell, yeah, the defender in the middle there just stopped moving, and Yaya Toure was able to make it 5-1 in stoppage time. And that gave us a rather more convincing victory this time around, with 5 goals scored and 1 goal conceded rather than 5 and 4. And I think coming up now is the team that I was using there, because he actually went with the other Schmeichel, Kasper Schmeichel, in goal this time around, that new man of the match card. And spoiler, he ended up being terrible as well. So I went back with David De Gea in both teams, and was subsequently able to pick up more victories with David De Gea in goal. I just was having quite a few frustrations with my goalkeepers, I think. I'm not the best defensively, so I do tend to lean on my goalkeeper at times, and David De Gea just seems to be the best one for me to lean on in certain situations, so that's why I went back to him, basically. But Marcos Alonso with a nice tucked-away finish there to make it 1-0 in the 24th minute, I think that was. Through ball here to Daniel Sturridge, and he's going to tuck it away on his right foot. Only a 2-star weak foot from Sturridge, but you would have expected him to finish it in that situation. Lukaku here is going to score an absolute worldie. I was quite happy with him having the ball again where he was, similar to that Remy chance earlier on. But no, Lukaku decided to just smack that into the back of the net. Really nice finish from Hadji there. He's got a 5-star weak foot, of course, that coming in very handy there, and Kante and Suarez linking up nicely before Suarez gets rather unlucky with the shot, but thankfully we're going to get it back to Diego Costa to make it 3-2, and then in the end I was to make it 4-2 as well here. Not really too sure what that touch from Costa was all about, but the footwork from Suarez made up for it, and we bury it into the top corner to make it 4-2 and give me another victory. So into the next game we go. That's 9. That game was pretty mad as well, actually, with the chances created, to be completely honest. This guy, 94 Suarez up top with Griezmann alongside him, and informed Ben Yedder there in camp. Pogba and Zonzi and Kante there as well, obviously filtering in the Premier League players there with Koscielny and SBC Bahrain. Keylor Navas in goal. I've always struggled with La Liga keepers. There just doesn't seem to be one that is any good. I haven't yet tried the new man of the match, Jan Oblak from Atletico Madrid. And I may have to do that in this upcoming week if I can find the time to play some Ultimate Team. I tend to not have the time to play Ultimate Team during the week, so I end up just kind of picking up Ultimate Team every weekend and just hammering out the 40 games and then going back to recording career mode for the channel. So I don't know where that's surely got to be detrimental on my ability online. Hopefully, over the course of the next few months and into FIFA 18, I'll just get better at the game, or just become a more competent online player and be able to get more wins. You can see from the first 20 games we've got 11 wins there. So 11 wins, 9 defeats from the opening 20. Hoping to get slightly more from the second half, to be completely honest. I would very much like to make Gold 1 this week. We'll have to wait and see, of course, if that happens in due course. Another couple of changes here. You can see De Gea back, and to ensure that he gets links, Lalas is back in the starting lineup ahead of Team of the Group stage. Godin, but that's going to bring this one to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like, of course, as always, if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Of course, the next part of this will go up on Wednesday evening. The new career mode will start on Saturday, and the career mode RTG, of course, will be going up daily in the meantime. So check the channel page for anything you may have missed. But for now, I'll see you next time.